my friends, how are we all doing? I hope you're all well. Welcome to another stream and some more Planet Zoo basically. How are we all today? Hope we're well. Hope we are all very, very well. Obviously just making sure that the chat is working, because as we all know, we have problems with this. Right, I'm going to start loading, because it takes a while. I'm going to throw it out there, guys. I'm a little concerned at a few things that have happened with Planet Zoo this week. The game keeps crashing when I try to start it up, and then I was building yesterday and I keep having this bug every now and then. If I zoom in too far, I can't zoom out and I have to exit the game. I'm hoping it's not going to happen today. It seemed to be alright after I restarted my computer yesterday, but I'm going to throw it out there. It's a little bit of an issue, but one I'm hoping doesn't, mess the game up for us. But how are we all today? Have we all been well? Have we all been up to much? Done too much today? Do let me know how the levels are, if I'm too quiet, too loud, and all that good stuff. I want to make sure that it's all right for you guys watching at home. How are you doing, Lexi? I've seen you in the chat. Nice to see you with me. I want to say a big thank you, in case these people watch the stream back, to Brad Panda and Alexander THG1 for the follows since we've been on last, which is amazing. I am literally coming straight on off the back of doing the podcast with the boys, which was really, really good. Long podcast, that one. Usually only go for about an hour, but we went for almost an hour and 40 odd minutes. But yeah, it was good. We talked about loads of different stuff today, so absolutely amazing podcast, which is decent. I've had one of those issues too, Dan. I find sometimes the game needs a minute to shake off the cobwebs. Yeah, it's really, really weird. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't just get stuck. Like sometimes I get it, Lexi, where the game will get stuck, like when there's clipping and things like that, or if there's a lot of people. But with this, it will zoom in, and even once it's sort of shaken off the cobwebs, as you've put it, it won't let me zoom out. Like it literally just crash dumps the game big time. I don't know if it's just me being a conspiracy theorist, but it makes me think that maybe they're doing some work to Planet Zoo. Christmas is around the corner. I wouldn't be surprised if we got DLC for Christmas, basically. What on earth is that? No idea. But yeah, a little bit of a worry. Obviously, you probably noticed, gang, the streams have been switched around for this week. The boys wanted to test what the podcast would be like early, and it was good, but I think we're probably going to have to go back to the 8 o'clock, because it was really difficult for Darren to juggle his little ones and stuff, and I felt really, really sorry for him. You could see how frustrated he was getting during the course of the podcast, because Noah was running around and stuff, but it can't be helped. He's a 2-year-old boy, isn't he? One of those things. But yeah, so probably next week we'll be back to normal. We'll have the Planet Zoo at 6 and the podcast at 8. Also, you will see we are going to be doing more Planet Zoo on Thursday, but also if you want to drop in on my stream tomorrow, I am going to be here from 4 until 8, not doing Planet Zoo, doing a different game, but will still be a lot of fun nonetheless. So do feel free to drop by. But what we've been up to today anyway, chat, let me know what you've all been up to with your day. I'd be very interested to hear. Quiet this afternoon, where is everybody? Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing, Lexi. I think it's because I've gone on later. Obviously UK time, it's nearly 10 past 8, so that might be a bit of a problem. I know for someone like Fannerl, for instance, it'll be 9 PM for her, so it'll be getting quite late for some people. But yeah, it just had to be done. Anyway, let's jump into the main game. Obviously, it does that every single time. I have done a little bit of work since we last met, so I do want to just go over that first. And then, to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm trying at the moment to sort of plan out how I want to do the wolves and the bears. Planning processes are obviously never too exciting to watch, but I've got to do it anyway. So I genuinely might finish off this area before I start doing it and save that for next stream. I don't know. I just fancy a nice, chill, relaxed stream, and I think if I start, messing around with terrain and trying to do all that stuff with another animal, it might not be. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Back pain has to be the worst, doesn't it? What have you done to yourself? You're overdoing it today. I've got a bad knee at the minute. It's not tit for tat, just letting you know. I feel pain. I feel the pain. But yeah, it does suck. I hope it gets better. But yeah, like I say, I think we're just going to have a bit of a chill one. We'll try and finish off this area. I might even do some other stuff about the zoo, as obviously it's getting on. It is gone 8 o'clock, and I don't want to get into anything too drastic and too stressful, basically, guys. But anyway, let me show you what I've been up to since the last stream. So you're going to notice there is a fence that's been put in along here now. Obviously we've got the low fence the other side, and I've started to really start getting the flooring in round here, so we can start filling all this area in. I've started getting some sort of stage stuff together as well. I think that's really interesting and really important to try and map out the area if I can. So I've started doing that. So as you can see, obviously we put some gates here because these are for our staff to go in this way. Yeah, basically, last stream, you will remember, I was putting in fake stairs here. These actually work now. I decided to do that because I just thought it's another avenue in to the staff house that we've got in here. It's another way into this building for our staff, and it just makes a nice walkthrough for the staff as well. It just cuts off a lot of their travel time, which is important. Really important. Hey Christian, how are you? Yes, second stream of the day. This is going to be a regular thing, Christian. I'm going to be doing multiple streams on certain days. Streaming's become the full-time focus now. Obviously, I upload the videos onto the YouTube channel, but the streaming is far more important now. So, yeah, if I've got the time, I'll always be doing multi-streams. For anyone that's not on the Discord, I've already linked it in the chat. Feel free to go and join the Discord, because I will be putting up weekly stream schedules on a Monday to let you know the plan, when you can find me. And basically as well, you can find whatever stream I do the following morning, 9 AM UK. It will go out on the YouTube channel, just so you know. So you will never miss a thing. You'll never miss a beat, which is good for a lot of people, I hope. But yeah, this actually works now. So I was probably going to do this anyway. This is ugly. We might have to do something with this at a later date. But yeah, you've got your staff from there. You've got that door there that goes into the educational centre. So yeah, the staff can get into this room multiple ways now. I wanted this to be a working piece. I changed this slightly, so there's different levels to it now, which is interesting, I think. Obviously, you've got to work on these things, because the eyes will see it. I took that roof off that I did last stream, I should say. Didn't like it, so I got rid of it, and we'll try to do something else with it. I'm actually thinking here, I might move these trees back in here and just have low bushes and flowers, because if we do our next animal in this direction, it might be an interesting way to see the animals, everyone. I am gonna say now, I have found some inspiration for a way I want to do the wolves and the bears. It will require almost having so basically at this ground level here, there will be path and whatnot, and it will almost look like an indoor section, and then above we're going to have these raised footpaths basically, but we're going to do it in a way that we're going to do it in a way that it still all looks like walled off and really clean. I want to do it, so basically I want to do it so it's quite modern, so it looks like it's a very, very new part of the zoo. So I just found this inspiration, and I got to be careful because I know that Zekin did something along these lines, so I don't want to copy what Zekin did, because I have checked out obviously other people, and Zekin is someone I'm a big fan of, so I don't want to copy what Zekin did. I want to try and do my own version of it. But yeah, I got this cool inspiration for the animals, so yeah, I want to try and bring that to reality, and it's one of the reasons I don't want to get into it today, because it's going to require a lot of terrain work, and I think it's going to be a real pain. But yeah, essentially that's what I've been doing between streams, is just kind of working on these backstage areas to make sure they're all going to work. This road is going to come up this way, probably diagonal, and then here. But we're going to have a lot of dead area. I'm going to be honest with you, gang. We're going to have quite a lot of dead space in here. So yeah, feel free to start either in the streams or in the comment section, if you're watching the stream back on YouTube, to let me know what you think we should start potentially doing with these spaces. I did think here I might just put planting in, like some trees and whatnot, and just heavily plant it up, just to bring some shade and whatnot to the area. I do need to run like a fake piece of concrete along this fence, because there is a gate here that isn't used. Obviously, it is just for aesthetical purposes, but there is a gate there. So yeah, I do need to do that at some point. It's just going to run some concrete that way, basically. But yeah, that's what we've been doing, guys. So, like I say, it's going to be a bit of a chilled out stream. I'm just going to do planting and rock work and try to finish this area off if I can, and then we can really press on in the next one. But I'm glad to see that so many of you are joining me as always. So yeah, let's get going, gang. Let's get going. I am very aware that I do have other stuff that still needs finishing in this zoo as well. I still have that laundry list of things that Nightclive obviously remembered to mention the last time we were on. So I do need to work through my way through that at some point. Would be an idea. Dan, I've just joined your Discord. Good, nice one, Christian. It's the best thing you can do. Trust me. It's not only is it a great tool to communicate with the community, but you can send me ideas there. You can get involved in the chat, whether it be on football or on Planet Zoo or whatever you want. It's just a nice little place for the community, basically, to have a chat, and also a great place for you guys to stay up to date with everything that I'm doing. I even shared today some of the graphics work that I'm doing at the moment. Obviously, it is Christmas; it's around the corner, and I do Santa letters. And yeah, there's a section on there called graphic design, I think now. So, as some of you may know, it's essentially what I do for a living. So yeah, this time of year it's very profitable, believe it or not. Make nice prints for people. There's always someone who's going to want something, nice little present or whatnot. And yeah, Santa letters are very popular, obviously, with people that have got kids and that. So I do those. But it's quite nice doing them for a different reason this year, because obviously I'm a dad myself. So yeah, it's nice. Christmas is going to be. It's going to be awesome this year, I think. Even though, like, obviously lockdown rules and that still apply, but first Christmas with my little one, so we're going to make sure it's a good one. My messages, they're not coming up twice in the chat, Christian. That does happen though. I've noticed a few people have said that their messages appear twice. Not sure why it happens, but people have mentioned it to me in the past. Yeah, it's a weird problem that they seem to have here on Twitch. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Sarah, with the inspiration. Sometimes it just runs a bit dry, doesn't it? I'm sure we all go through these phases, these stages where nothing really works for us. Right, that's that done. Right, that's that. So I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is good. That was annoying me that was not finished. Obviously I need to do the floor design. I'm probably going to do that floor design all the way up to here. So maybe something there is needed. Not sure. Right. Oh, reptile houses and stuff like that are really hard work, though, Sarah. They can get a real grind. Obviously, I've done a few. We did obviously the big reptarium section in this zoo, but I did a big project in the Highland Zoo series as well. Yeah, they can get a bit much. My next live is tomorrow, Christian. I'm doing FM tomorrow, though, Football Manager. And then the next Planet Zoo one is on Thursday, 4 p.m. start UK. I need to have a little tidy up on the Discord anyway, to make life a bit easier for people to try and find stuff. I was looking on there myself the other day and it's got a bit of a mess again. It's hard to stay on top of Discords. I could do with someone just moderating it for me. Just trying to get some different colours and stuff in here. We're going quite wild over this side for obvious reasons. Obviously we're going very sort of North American inspired stuff, though. I'm going to do like wild sort of meadowy forested areas if possible. Just filling all this in is going to be hard work. But that's where rocks come into play. Do you mean like the sort of Yeah, I know what you mean, Christian. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a long way away, but it's good to get your suggestions in, your ideas. Very much appreciated. End of the day, like I always say, you guys are in charge after all. It's going to take quite a lot to fill all this in, gang. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Sarah. Appreciate it. But yeah, you can basically find everything. On those schedules as well, I'm going to be including the podcast for anyone that's interested. I've said in the past about the podcast that it was like a football podcast, but we're actually opening that podcast up, so it's going to be more than that now. Like for instance, today we talked about a couple of documentaries that I watched. We talked about, you know, the ability of the human body and the mind, and sports science, and bit of gaming talk. Yeah, it was loads basically, and then we kind of finished doing our football predictions and having a little chat about that. So it's a bit something for everybody now. So yeah, you'll find the link to the Discord thing on the Twitch channel, YouTube channel. Know the Score. So yeah, just come and get involved basically, and have a bit of a laugh with us. It's quite nice. Kim popped by earlier. She was getting right involved. Obviously, my wife was there, and they were having a bit of a laugh together, so that was quite nice. So yeah, it was decent, really, really good. But yeah. The podcast is called Know the Score. Featuring myself, obviously, my brother, and our pal, Lukey Luke. Essentially, it's just an excuse for three grown men to get together and have a bit of a waffle, basically. Fanerol, how are you? Nice to see you here. I mentioned you already, and I said I'll be surprised if Fanerol tunes in, because surely it'll be quite late, because I know you're an hour in front, aren't you? But yeah, it's only for 1 week, gang, that I'm changing it. We'll be back to the earlier slot next week. The podcast is very similar to this. Like, I don't want to let anyone down that listens to the podcast, so you know. And the boys wanted to do it earlier, so yeah, just trying to make everybody happy, basically. Ah, fair enough. Not a problem. Fanerol, you're the same as me. Stay up quite late. Although I stay up a lot later than that. I was up till 3 in the morning. Yes, yesterday, yeah, or this morning, whatever you want to call that. Don't really know how you would say, but yeah, I was up till 3 yesterday, trying to get stuff done, because obviously, where we've changed the podcast, I've had to do a little bit of a mini rebrand over there. Yes, very true, very true. And I'm busy at the moment, fan. I'm very busy with my graphic stuff at the minute because obviously with Christmas being around the corner, yeah, it's been quite full on. I'm going to be honest with you, quite full on few days. But you know what? It's all money in the bank, and it's the end of the day, the more stuff I do as a freelance graphic designer, then the more time I have to do this stuff, which is, as I've said a million times before, it's what I want to be doing. Emily's staying at her nan's tonight, so yeah, it's good. Thank you. Yeah, the Santa one's it's just a really good little thing to do for like people with kids. At the end of the day, we don't charge a lot of money for it either. But, it's just nice to do stuff like that this time of year. I don't have a website, Fanarall, but I've got the ability to like share my portfolio quite easily. But yeah, the trouble is, I know I should probably set a website up, but I already manage so many different things. Adding a website to it, I would just get lost with how much stuff I've got. I've got my socials, I've got 2 YouTube channels, the Discord, Twitch, and then we use StreamYard as well. Oh. No, of course not, Fanarall. Of course not. I will. I'll share it with you on the Discord at some point. There's a few things, like Kate said, though. There is a Facebook page. There's quite a bit on there. You never know, Christian. The COVID restrictions might be loosened soon. What with the breakthrough with the vaccine and stuff, I can see things changing in the new year. To be honest with you, hope they do anyway. Don't know how much more this weekend will take. Yeah, you never know. You never know. If February is a bit close, actually thinking about it, like what we're the end of November, aren't we? Alright, just trying to fill in all these little gaps. But yeah, it still looked pretty, you know? I quite like doing this sort of, I like this approach though to the gardening. Just filling it all in, making it look really lush. Nikki Naive, thanks for the follow, really appreciate it. Welcome to our little team, our little community here. Hope you're well today. So did we all see that Mr. Pawsley hit 35k subs? Lucky sod. Good on him though. Good on him. Took that little break, come back, absolutely smashes a new landmark. I'm very well, thanks. Thanks, Nikki. Just another day at the office in Planet Zoo, as you can see, as we as we work away on some planting and stuff today. Boring work today, I'm afraid, but it's all got to be done. Silvik Rin TV, I think that's how we're saying that name. Welcome, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Hope you're well. I try my hardest with the names, but there's a famous football pundit in this country called Paul Merson, and he's famously terrible at pronouncing names, and I feel like him from time to time. Yeah, that's the look I'm going for. That is the look I'm going for, gang. Just really filled in, really lush. I want it to all kind of disappear, you know? I couldn't agree more with you there. Yeah, the gardening is it's a bit easier. I know that much. I'm the sort of person that kill a house plant. I'm awful. I can't garden. Just this. What I like is it's just layering, really, more than anything. With this game. To get the flowers right and get them how you want them. I am going to steal a flower from there. Just add a bit more texture at the front. And then this, I'm not sure I'm going to fit it in. I might fill it in with rocks or something. Oh, tell me about it, Christian. I'd be lost. I'd be lost without it. Do you know what's crazy about the plant in the game? Is it finishes off a build. That's the thing that people don't appreciate enough. You could build the most beautiful building, but if you don't get the planting around it right, it'll count for nothing. The new people, yeah, I should really, considering you're brand new. Yeah, this is essentially the project. I'll explain it as well. So new people. How many new people? We had 2 new people. Are you completely new? Answer me this: are you completely new? Is this like the first time you've ever seen me and our little project that we're doing? If so, let me know, and I'll kind of explain to you what we're doing here, because essentially I am the master builder, and that is it. So yeah, do let me know what your experience of me is, basically, and then I'll explain all. Because you're probably, if you are completely new, you're probably looking at the beautiful zoo that we're building, then you're looking at the grid around that as well and thinking, what on earth is that? But yeah, you know what? He's crazy in it. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Who's your fella? But yeah, I'm here to please everyone, the whole family. A VR walk around the park. I might be able to make that happen, Christian. It might be difficult, but I might be able to make it happen at some point. I'm going to wait until it's finished. Ah, Red Panda, fair enough. Yes, I know the name well. Know the name very well. Yeah, so essentially this series is controlled by you, the people at home. So what I do with this series is we do 2 live streams a week, one on a Tuesday, one on a Thursday, and basically we work through all the ideas that were left on the previous episode on YouTube that goes out on a Sunday, every Sunday. Didn't go out this week, unfortunately, because I was just way too busy. But usually on a Sunday, new episode goes up of the finished article of what we've been working on during the week. And in that comment section, people get the chance to vote for a new part of the grid. We unlock it, and then we start building there the following week. And essentially, it works its way along like that. You guys leave all the ideas, the animals of choice, everything, and I basically build it. And we do the streams 2 days a week, so we can have a chat while we're doing it, and we can hash through all the ideas and that as well, which is nice because we get that live interaction. People don't want stuff placed certain areas, we don't do it. I do have some free reign on some stuff, but the majority of it you guys control basically. I'm not sure, Christian, to be honest with you, because the river is more of a sort of canal system that's been built by the zoo to run through the facility. So what I'm actually thinking of doing again is placing another bridge here, just so we could have like a small facility up here, because I'm going to leave this terrain this height, just so we can have like a small facility of sorts around this area. We'll put real heavy foliage in to hide it, and I'm going to have another little bridge here. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the river after that. I don't know if I'm going to cut it off, or if we then maybe make the river a bit more wild, and we maybe say that they canaled this part of the river to make it a little easier to maintain. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I guess that's something for you guys to potentially talk about in the comments basically. So yeah, what I would say, Sylv, is maybe head over to the YouTube channel after the stream. You can either check the videos out or maybe hit the subscribe, and then you'll be notified every Sunday for the finished stuff basically. And then you can get involved that way as well, because I don't really take any new ideas during the streams. We just work on the current ideas basically. So if you want your ideas to be seen by the whole community, the best place to do it is on the YouTube channel, which you can find here, if it'll work. Yeah, there we go. The YouTube link is a bit funny. Canals don't get named as much as rivers. It's probably just called the canal. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we went with more of a man-made sort of water system, didn't we, in the zoo? Really, it was just to service Lemur Island more than anything. We do have the grates to suggest that the water does go through into here, but yeah, this is working a treat, by the way, everyone. We sorted this out in the last live stream, widen the path, and it's worked a treat. It's worked a treat. So basically what I did was I saved the last live stream, and I just let it play for ages to make sure that it all cleared up and the traffic worked, and it does. It works an absolute treat. Someone actually said they think it looks better now that it's a bit wider as well. So yeah, happy with that. Happy with that little change. Anyway, let's continue. Like I already said at the beginning of today's stream, I know this is tedious work, but it's work that needs to be done, and it's work that I won't do. I'm one of those people, I want to work on the big projects, but these little bits and bobs obviously need doing as well. I do need to remember that. I'll have Nightclive on my case, won't I? Yeah, exactly, Lexi. Then after I let it play, it was still very busy, because the game, unfortunately, the game's mechanics doesn't, the people don't think, do they, that they could go round and get in the other side. It's just the way the game's mechanics are, unfortunately. But yes, it works. It works, and that's the main thing. And it's not as congested as it once was, because it was a nightmare at one point. You'll remember when we were working on it. I had to move all the people out of the way, didn't I? I'm trying to remain as uniform as possible. Use all the same plants because it's what they do. Actually, I actually had a friend. I don't talk to him that too much anymore, but it's actually what he did for a living. Working on these big sort of botanical projects and things. Doing the planting for, you know, like Chelsea Flower Show and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I kind of mentioned it already, guys. But I do think that we are going to get a Christmas present from Frontier. I've got a real good feeling that they're going to give us a DLC in December. I think you'd be surprised. Christian, how quick you can work through it. You have to remember, though, we have been at this 6 months, so... It's been a long old project, this one, but one that I have personally thoroughly enjoyed. Silv, I think we're going to get some form of a marine pack. I don't think we're going to get, you know, like killer whales and dolphins and be able to make shows or anything like that. But just because of the way that we as a race look at that now, we don't really like that anymore. The performing animal show, it's not really our jam, is it? Which for good reason. But I think we will get like an aquatic pack. I think we'll get maybe like seals and otters and potentially penguins or something like that. Yeah, that is a good point, Lexi. But they could have something ready already, right now. In my opinion, I think they might have something ready for us, or like ready to go, basically. I just have a feeling that video that got leaked, and I say the term leaked loosely because I don't actually think it was leaked. I think that was their way of saying that they know the community are there and listening. Yeah, I think that they've got something ready to go. Personally, I don't know why, because I've never had this much confidence in a DLC being released and whatnot. But I just think it's the perfect time of year. Hey Sumner, how are you? Would you do a Christmas special near Christmas? If there's enough people that want it, I'd be happy to. Christian, what sort of thing would you like for a Christmas special? What would you like? Something like particularly Christmassy, like in the build, maybe reindeers or something like that. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to give it a go. I need to start doing more stuff like that. I did start my workshop series, didn't I, ages ago, and that fell on deaf ears. A lot of it with Planet Zoo. The reasons why I don't get a lot of other stuff done is because this project takes up a lot of time, and it's a real passion project, as you all know. I love this project, and so I would rather save me energies and ideas for this one. What this zoo, Lexi? Reindeer and a fake Santa's grotto. I think you should put a pop-up reindeer exhibit. Yeah, cool. I'm happy to do whatever. I really am. If it's stuff you guys want to do, I will do it. You know that. I'm here to please. Well, yeah, that ain't happening. I still get asked every day about Highland, Lexi. Every day, without fail. Someone will message me and go, I've been watching your YouTube videos. What happened? When's the next Highland out? It's not. I think I've addressed it so many times as well. But yeah, all the time, without fail. For the new people, Highland was the first project we did on the channel, and unfortunately, the save corrupted and crashed, and so we can't get into it anymore. It was a rubbish day when it happened. Christmas at Jamii. Exactly. Do you know what? What I'll do, guys, I'll make a mental note now, and anyone that's come up with Christmas ideas is in the next stream on Thursday, be sure to remind me in case I've forgotten, and will make a note, and I will try to do something. In the month of December, basically, I'll do like a one-off. I'll save the game like I do to test things, and then yeah, I'll do like a nice little one-off episode as a bit of fun. That'll be quite cool. Terra Lane, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to our little community that we are so slowly building over here, which is lovely. Lovely. I gotta say, I am really enjoying my time on stream. Really on Twitch. Really been enjoying the streams on Twitch. I've absolutely loved it. I was really worried about the transition period, that moving over from YouTube to here, because obviously we used to stream these on YouTube and the numbers were very good, very good for YouTube numbers, but I just didn't like YouTube as a streaming platform. But yeah, we are. I feel like we're in business. Like I feel like we're getting there over here now. How do you think about the leaks? I think they were. How can I put this? I think they did it on purpose. But yeah, I think it was all done on purpose. I think they realise that there are small parts of the community that feel like they've been forgotten about. Zwed and Mike kind of summed it up quite nicely on their little loose podcast that they do, that they feel like the devs have kind of forgotten about the community a little bit. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Personally. As you know, guys, I do like to do these near the planters and whatnot, kind of education about the plants and the areas and things like that. I've fallen in love with these concrete pieces again. Nikki, the leak essentially was two of the people involved with the game. There was a video that went out on Frontier's YouTube channel, and they were basically talking about how the animals are built, and that they've got up with a new rigging. They've come up with a new rigging system that means they can build up to 3 animals at a time, and it will decrease the time it takes to make the animals, and that they've got 200 animal rigs ready to go, basically. But the big leak in the video was that there was a point in the video, around about 9 minutes, I think it was, where they were going through the list of animals and whatnot, and there were some animals on the list that they'd obviously already rigged that we don't have yet. So then everybody obviously jumped on the bandwagon that, oh my god, we're going to get new animals and DLC and whatnot. And but apparently it was a leak. But I think that it was a strategic leak, because, like I was saying, there are big parts of the community that feel like we've not really been spoken to the right way. And the communication, basically, the communication lines between the devs and the gamers, creators, whatever you want to call it, isn't the greatest. Probably more so the really popular channels, I would say that really applies to, rather than, little old me over here. But yeah. Yeah, that was the one. Grey seals, king penguin, giant otter. So yeah, obviously that's a lot of the reason why I, for one, think we're going to get an aquatic DLC, but just not in the realm that I think a lot of people thought we were going to get it. But yeah, there is a link to the video on my Discord. So yeah, if you're a member on the Discord, you can actually go and you can go over there and see it. Basically, I linked it on there. Yeah, I think it was drama they were trying to make for themselves. Some bears are weird looking animals, aren't they? Lexi, they're a strange looking bear, aren't they? All I'm going to say is, I'm hoping that if they're going to give us a seal and a penguin, that they have sorted the dive animation, and that we get an update as well as a DLC to enable, the polar bears and stuff like that to dive properly. That's what I'm hoping. Astro Alligator, thank you for the follow, my friend. Really appreciate it, and welcome. Hope you're well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. Lots of new faces this evening. 4 new faces already. Unbelievable. Astro and Terra Lane. Do let me know if you are completely brand new to myself and my streams, and I will give you a little fill in on what we're doing here, basically, because this is a bigger project than just me building what I want, basically. Right, so we are getting there. I need to just fill all this in. I'm not sure what I'm going to fill it in with, but yeah, they'd have to be, wouldn't they, Lexi? They would have to be. There's some animals that I just think we need it for, and even that would just improve the way things look. Something as simple as that, like a dive animation being done the right way. I did actually get contacted on Twitter after a stream last week, and someone was like, "Oh, you seem really moany about the game, like at the moment. Like, are you not enjoying it?" And I really hope it isn't coming off that way, because I still love the game. I just feel like, it's been a year, out a year, hasn't it? And I don't know. I just feel like there's little things they could have done. Saw him hippos doing their moon bounce. Don't just dink along the bottom. Yeah. And like, I don't know. I don't make games. I don't animate to the level that these people do. I do a little bit of like loose 2D animation and whatnot. But surely it couldn't be that hard to factor those little details in. I'm gonna cheat. Sumner, I'm just working on this area. Yeah, just working on this area. Oh, okay, Terra Lane. Just so you got a bit of context, basically, for what we're doing here. This is my community project, basically. So, long story short, I got a YouTube channel that coincides. We do 2 live streams a week, but on a Sunday, the completed like version of whatever we've been building over the live streams goes out to the community, and then in those episodes on a Sunday you get the opportunity to pick areas for us to unlock and leave your ideas of what you would like to be done with the area, basically, and then all the best ideas all get culminated, put together, and then we crack on with it, basically, to build what we've been building. And yeah, this is sort of like a little overview of the zoo so far, basically. So nothing that I've built in the zoo has been my own idea. It's all the idea of my fantastic community, basically. So yeah, this is what we've come up with. I might because I've actually garnered quite a few new followers over the last couple of weeks. I might on Thursday's stream do a nice sort of tour at the beginning of the stream, because we do a longer stream on a Thursday. I've just answered your question already there, Nikki. Maybe come join us on the Thursday. I'll give you a very quick one, but I'll do a really detailed tour on Thursday. So essentially, this is where we started. This is our Reptarium. So basically, there's narrative and everything. It's a mad series, but there's narrative to it and everything. So basically, there were 2 original zookeepers, the Makazas, husband and wife, and they opened up a reptile rescue centre. Essentially, was this here, just this building here, and then we had the crocodile ponds, a wild gardens, and then this new building was put in with a staff centre. So essentially, this little section here is what we started with, and this was just aimed at reptiles. And then obviously the Makazas had kids, and one of the kids decided, you know what, we're going to have an even bigger zoo, and so we decided to open the main entrance to the zoo over this side. And then from here you've got your gift shop, you've got guest services, ticket offices, we've got flamingos in here, just down here, as you can see, nice huge flock of flamingos. We've got Lemur Island here, so this is where our lemurs live, in the lemur house, and in the island we've got some tortoises outside. These are actually baby aldabras. This is their outdoor holding pen until they're old enough to go to the other part. We've got a nice wild garden, nice restaurants, camels, Gemsbok. We've started an African area. We started this a little while ago, and we've started it with a huge wild dog exhibit, as you can see. You know, their housing's out the back and sort of beautifully planted up. And then if you come this way, this is our sort of South American house. It was an old factory that we converted into a South American tropical house. We've got tapirs outside, capuchins have the ability to go in and out. We've got jaguars over here, and eat a dark house. And then yeah, we're working on North America at the minute. So that's sort of a loose tour. But yeah, I'll do a proper tour on Thursday. On Thursday, I stream 4 till 7 p.m. UK. So feel free to drop by, and I'll do a proper tour. I will do a proper tour on Thursday at the start of the stream. So yeah, be sure to join in, and I'll do one. To be fair, it's probably about time we did a tour anyway, because we've built so much stuff, so much stuff in this zoo recently, and this is what we're working on at the moment. So essentially, this is an education centre aimed at North America, with a gift shop at the back. We've got a restaurant in here. This is our restaurant in here as well, and then there's a lovely decking to look out on your pronghorn and bison habitat. Nice sort of barn. So yeah, this is kind of what we've been working on for the past, I want to say we've been working on it about 2.5 weeks. Lexi, Christian, Sumna, I know you're regulars. Maybe you could answer. Not a problem, Nikki. Not a problem. Like I've said to other people, feel free to follow the YouTube channel, because you can catch the streams there the following day. Because I upload everything to the YouTube channel anyway. Very much a stream to upload kind of creator, if that's the sort of stuff you like. You can always watch everything live, but you can catch like a broken down version of it on the channel. Haven't played for a good few months. None of my zoo is modded. I'm against the mods, because I've heard of the reliability issues are a bit off. The only mod I was tempted to use was one that a friend of mine, Zwed, made, where he essentially just kind of removed the building from the shops, so you could just have the person there. But he did make a point that the devs are not mad on it, so maybe don't put it in your videos if you're a bit worried about that sort of thing. So yeah, I decided against it. But yeah, none of this is modded. I just yeah, I don't know. I'll let Lexi toot my trumpet for me. But yeah, I think I'm just okay at the game. But the whole thing with this zoo as well is it has to it's realistic, so it has to hold up to potential AZA standards as well. Basically, we set ourselves a ridiculous task, but I would say, gang, we are passing at the moment, aren't we, with flying colours? No, you are correct, Sarah. It's been 6 months so far. So far, it's been 6 months. And like I always say, I probably sound like a broken record to all the regulars, but if the Highland Zoo save hadn't broke, this wouldn't have even started. We would probably only just be starting this now, I would imagine, if the Highland Zoo save hadn't broke. This would probably only be a couple of months old, this project. It was always something I wanted to do, but I was waiting until the Highland Zoo was finished, and then obviously it broke. But if anything, this zoo catapulted the YouTube channel, because it just achieved everything that I always wanted to achieve on YouTube, and that was get the community as involved as possible. Because I don't think there's enough of that, personally. This zoo is all about the community. Yeah, everything in the zoo is created by me. There's a few little bits and bobs in the zoo that are by other people, but not a lot, at all. There's like the bits that are made by other people are just stuff that like make life easy. But yeah, a lot of it is made. I would say 95% is made by myself. Thank you, I appreciate it, Sylv. I'm gonna sound like an arse when I say this, but I don't know, Lexi, you might be able to answer. Potentially Christian. Do you often go on YouTube and like just put in Planet Zoo basically in the search engine, and some of the creators that come up are not really members of the community. They're just people that have played the game, haven't they? But they're the channels that have got a lot of subscribers. And so I think what happens is a lot of people go on YouTube, they find these people, and they're not amazing at the game because it's not really their thing, but they're a big gaming channel, so they've played it and it's got lots of views, and so they're the ones that are high up. So then there's this small pocket of small channels on YouTube. I'd like to put myself in there, and then you've got like Zwed, and you've got Zekin, you've got Plastic Swans, you've got Simply Savannah. You've got all these smaller channels that are sitting under 5k subs that are all doing the best work where Planet Zoo's concerned, and they don't get seen because the big channels and their videos are first on the search list. It's a shame because there are some people doing some stuff in this game that blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind. It bothers me when the big guys play a niche game and don't take it serious. Yeah, and that's the thing. And there's people in this community that are kind of losing out as a result. Like I'm not being funny, but like there's some stuff I've been watching recently, and it's just like people are pushing the boundaries of this game. Like, I don't know if anyone has watched Zekin's latest series. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It was a series that he put together for the year celebration anniversary, and it is such good work. Such good work. But unfortunately, you look at the numbers and people are not seeing it. And it's a shame. It is a shame. People are seeing more of his X stuff though since he hit 1,000 subs, which is amazing. I think he's on about 1,200 subs now. It's so good, so good to see. There's a few creators out there in this community that I will wholeheartedly go to bat for. Zex is one of them, and Zwed's the other, man. Both of them have always been so supportive. Yeah, I got their back. Got to their back, those two. I think what it was, Christian, is when the game, I think the game came out and I started uploading like the next day or 2 days later, and I launched my YouTube channel with this game, didn't I? But I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. It's also in part that the PC giant like geekism just aren't into zoos and zoo design that they were with the theme parks, and that hurt. Yeah, it did. Yeah, you know, geekism was very openly honest that he got bored. He got bored of this, whereas he didn't get bored of Planet Coaster. I'm probably one of the rare few that prefer this. But I think that's just because I get this world more than I get the theme park world. I know I've openly said, haven't I, that I am going to do a Planet Coaster a Planet Coaster series very, very soon. I've got a really, really cool idea that I want to start streaming and making videos for. So I am going to play it, but I just prefer this world to the Planet Coaster world. That's just me. It's hard, man. Gaming, at the end of the day, you're never going to please everyone. Not a problem, Christian. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm sure I'll see you on another stream. Appreciate you popping in. But yeah, but no, I'm glad I'm not the only one with that opinion that those big channels are kind of damaging to the I don't know, like the I don't want to say loyal, but just the people that are just willing to put in the hours, basically. Sure, it's quite a controversial view to have, and I don't want to come off as one of those guys that it seems like I'm bad-mouthing people, because I'm not. Actually nice to get some flowers in here, get a bit of colour. I feel like it's been very green, all of the planting that we've done recently, especially in South America. It's quite limited on the plants that I could choose because of the design choice that I picked. Quite nice. The planting is really disguising that elevation. I just think that is for the niche market. The same thing happened to the Humankind Odyssey. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Yeah. Who knows, eh? Who knows? It started happening to... obviously I know it's not really a game you're interested in, Lexi, but I can speak from experience. But it started happening to the Football Manager community. Football Manager had a very unique niche community, but I would say there's now people that are starting to play the game that wouldn't have in the past. A lot of bigger YouTubers and stuff, and so obviously it draws more eyes, and I think, you know, from a game perspective, from FM's perspective, that's great because it means more people are playing the game. But you know, for the guys like myself, the smaller dudes in the community that are trying to forge something, it's not good. It's a pain for us because it makes it harder. All right, you just have to grind a bit harder, but you know. Good job. I've never been scared of hard work, eh? Right, let's try and nick some stuff from over here. Get a bit more colour, bit of a pop, something different. Mm. True, true, true. Especially today, in like today's world, Lexi, because we funny enough, we were talking about in the podcast on how far gaming's come, like in 30 odd years or so. I made a comment of saying that like my first games console was like a Mega Drive, and you know, you used to play computer games for fun back then because there was no revenue stream. Like you couldn't make money playing games, so you just played for fun. Whereas now, you can make a very, very good living out of playing computer games. And so obviously they've just changed. That the way games are played is very, very different. And you can make it in loads of different ways. And you can make it as a content creator, you could make it as a professional esports player, which is something we were talking about a lot, because a young 15-year-old lad is like tearing it up in the esports world and things like that. So yeah, it's just really interesting. But because of that, though, it's completely changed the game. It's completely changed the landscape in a way that people look at every game that's released. I mean, there's just a lot of pressure on every single game that's released these days. Yeah, it's mad. It is mad. And I can understand why someone like that would get upset, because obviously, you know, your dad's from a different generation, but like you had to grind and you had to work really hard to get by and make something for yourself. Whereas now, yeah, pick up a control pad at 15 and you really make something for yourself. You know, some of the money some of these esports players are winning is crazy as well. Like, didn't I read a while back that one of the COD World Championships is like he's worth millions to the winning team. My first computer was a Tandy 1000. Wow. Going back some. Yeah, my first one that I can really remember was a Sega Mega Drive. We did have a ZX Spectrum. Go check that out on Google. That's a crazy looking thing. It was like cassettes, I think. The games were like cassette tapes. Oh. But I don't really remember that too well. And I think it was my dad's from when he was a bit younger, maybe, I want to say. He was the only one that seemed to know how to use the thing. But even that, look how far gaming's come. Like I'm 35 years of age, and I think about how far gaming's come since I picked up my first control pad to now. It's pretty insane. .25. That's mad. Proper mad. It's nice though, the little nostalgia hit it gives you. Just remembering those old things and those days, trust me, guarantee you're happy. I'm probably at the very end of the spectrum, but I remember when games came in those old cases with the clear fronts. Gosh, I remember being booted off when the phone. Oh yeah, God, I remember that. Yeah, you're on about the old dial-up internet. Funny enough, we were joking about this with my mum, Katie, and myself. We were having a real laugh with my mum at the weekend because one of the reasons why I didn't get a Sunday episode out was I had to go over to my mum's and help her out with a few things at her house. It was all over the place. We were just having a big sort out, basically. A bit of a spring clean late on in the year, and we were sorting out one of the bedrooms. She was getting rid of her old desk and whatnot, and she was going to give it to my aunt. And we were taking the desk apart, and underneath the desk there was an old modem connector thing for wireless internet. And I was like, Mum, why on earth do you even have for what I was saying, dial-up internet, I should say. And I was like, Mum, why do you even have this anymore? She was like, oh, you know, you keep wires, didn't you, just in case. I was like, Mum, they don't even do internet like this anymore. She just didn't get it, bless her. A night, Clive, how are you? Good to have you here, buddy. Yeah, basically, mate, I'm just having a bit of a chilled stream today. It's obviously the stream's a bit later at night, and so I didn't want to get into anything too hectic. So, yeah, just doing all the planting, mate, and just trying to get it all looking pretty and whatnot. As I've got you here, I will just get you up to date though. Between streams, I started putting in a bit of a backstage area, some steps and stuff. So we've got 2 entrances now for our staff. They can come in this way to the staff building or come through the education centre. And yeah, just started getting some backstage all put in and fences and just trying to get it all looking pretty, mate. Because I don't really, at the minute, I don't really want to move on into anything new until I have tidied up all the bits I need to do, because otherwise I'm never going to finish stuff. So I need to start concentrating more on finishing projects. So what I am going to say, guys, is North America, these 2 exhibits need to be finished, along with the bits and bobs I need to do in here before we move on into anything else. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm going with that more wild, lush, overgrown design this time, rather than the design that we did with the South American area, where it was like open space and whatnot. Just trying to use more like rocks and stuff to really deceive the eye, basically, with the terrain levels and stuff. But the building, what I like now is the building is disappearing into the foliage here. This is what I like. This is what I wanted. I was really worried that this was just going to stick out like a sore thumb, this building. And it will here. It will from this angle. But it's nice that from other angles it does disappear. So even here, the tree. I'm going to move these 2 trees around though, because I want to have this open. But even this angle over here, so when the guests look back, it's all going to be hidden. And that's what I wanted. So it's not so garish. But yeah, it's looking good. I've fallen in love with the sign. It was something I put together, really rushed, but I've really fallen in love with the Vista Cafe sign. Great name as well. I can't remember who came up with it, but it was a great name. And we obviously got the Vista sign inside, and I still love this. But yeah, just working away, buddy. Working away. But good to have you here. How are you anyway? Are you all good? Busy weekend? This is what I wanted to do. Wanted to see what this would look like in here. That actually looks alright. I quite like that. Might not go with the stone at the bottom. Might just go like that. And put the same on the back. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do it, mate. I have put some logs around the edge. Where did I put them? Basically all the edge work. Basically, I did it around the edge rather than in the middle. But if you think we could use some stuff in the middle, then I'd be more than happy to do it. Yeah, look, you can see some logs and whatnot. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to do it, mate. You know that. Right, let's try to edit this, shall we? Right, I don't want the back piece because of our disabled guests. So let's turn that around. What on earth has happened there? Right. Tough decisions. Oh, okay. I hope everything's alright, mate. Hope it's nothing you can't solve. That's what it was. Didn't want it to come through like that. I think this is a good tip as well for people who struggle a little bit with like inspiration and that. Don't be scared to use pieces you've already made on a build. Like, just don't be scared to do it. Especially if it works and it fits. There's nothing wrong with using pieces you've already used. Like that, I think looks really good there. I think it looks solid there. Nothing too bad. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Well, good luck to you. Good luck in whatever you do, mate. A friend of mine's a copper. It's good, honest work, mate. Oh, by the way, I put some stuff supports in the bottom. Someone was mentioning that last time. I forgot that I needed to do this though. going to move it forward a little. Right, I'm just going to take a very, very short break from that, and I'm going to start, as I've got a few of you here, it might be nice to sort of hash it out with you actually. So, I want to see if I can find the picture, basically the picture of the idea that I've got. Essentially, the idea for the bears and wolf habitats. And what I want to try to make. And it's going to be very, very modern. Very modern. But I guarantee I'm not going to be able to find it now. I've got a really, really good idea as well for an indoor polar bear house. Already. I just wanted to kind of share the idea with you guys, so you could kind of see what I was going for. And I can't find the image. I thought I saved it, but I haven't, which is a pain. You know what I was looking at the other day? I was obviously I do a lot of searching on Google and whatnot for inspiration for habitats and stuff, and old images of what zoos used to look like came up, and Jesus Christ, people have the cheek to moan about zoos now, and then you look at pictures of zoos from like the 1800s, and then they really would have something to moan about. Right. I'm going to put it on the screen, guys, so you can see it. See this. This is called The Land of Bears and Wolves. Okay, this is a really cool website, by the way. This is an architecture website, and I've got a lot of ideas from this because there's a lot of zoo architecture on here. What it is, this is a very it's very, very modern, like really, really modern. As you can see, the back is like this weird, jagged sort of concrete design. Now, at the back of the enclosure, I'm not going to do like that. Because what I want to do is I want the habitat to be quite low, but I want their building to be at the same height as our. So let me explain this. So I want their habitat to be slightly lower than this, but I want their hard shelter to be at this level. Okay, so what I'm essentially going to try and do is is cover the front of the enclosure in like fake rock and then level that rock down essentially and make like a path for them to walk down into the exhibit. That's essentially what I want to do. It's quite a realistic way of doing things. And then I want to do these big water areas in front of like the viewing areas, but as you can see the viewing areas are got different levels. So you got a low one here, but then you've got a higher one here, and then underneath these high ones there's indoor buildings. So that's essentially what I want to do. So it will appear like it's all on one level outside with this sort of concrete sort of building. I'll probably build it out of plaster because it's just a nicer material. We can change the colours and whatnot. So you'd have that, but then there would be a staircase down and you'd be able to go into these quieter underground viewing areas that you'd be able to walk round. And what I'm hoping is I could take that underground, I say underground loosely because it's not really, it's just going to be underneath all of the building above. We take that and you go on like an adventure basis. So you can see the grizzlies, you see some education, walk around, and then you come to the wolves basically. And the wolves and the bears, it would essentially feel like it was all one. I don't want to copy this, but I want to use it as the idea. So I think this might be 14 photos of this. Yeah, so this is it. This is like a great overview of it. Hopefully you can all see this on screen. This is what I'm thinking of doing, is this sort of thing. So as you can see, the bears are one side, the wolves are the other. And can you see that there, that glass part there? That's the underwater viewing area. It's just a really clever way of doing it, isn't it? I just think it's a really cool way of doing it. And as you can see, there's like little open areas where there's water and like planters in the middle. And see the educational stuff on the walls, and then there's these little openings with little glass bits so you can see through here, or you can go up the stairs and you go to this really big viewing platform. I know for a fact this is going to be a pain to build, but if we can pull it off, it would be amazing. I think it would be amazing to do something like this. I like the park. I quite like the kids' playground there as well. That might be something to think about, putting something like that in North America anyway. But it's cool, isn't it? I stumbled upon this. I literally stumbled upon it. I was looking the other day. I was trying to get ideas together for the grizzlies and the wolves. And I just stumbled upon this. And what I love is the edge. Look at the way the edge goes all the way around. All the way around here and here. This is a hard shelter, I do believe. And then there's another hard shelter behind there. If you see that. So it's really cool. It's all like worked into this one area. It's just so fascinating to me. And the water runs through. More viewing areas. See, look, the way the path goes. And it's like, alright, it's very concretey. Yeah, I know. As someone who plays the game, I know full well, Lexi, that you know my pain. Keanu, I know I've actually watched Zekin's version of it. I won't be recreating it though. I'll use it as a blueprint basically. Well, we will make stuff our size, Night Clive. We'll make stuff slightly bigger and whatnot. But yeah, I have actually seen it, Keanu. I talked to Zex quite a lot. His one was fantastic. Yeah, he's fantastic, and it is a very good recreation as well. Especially this bit here in particular with Zekin, the wall designs that he did is top notch, like unreal. It's just such good work. But yeah, but see this water here, just so many different angles, and it's all in one area. And I just think it's a fascinating project to attempt. And look, it's even a blueprint. It's all one. There's just so much. The thing with it is there's so much great source material to work off of. There's actually otters here as well. That's amazing. I didn't realise that. Ah, that's what the little bits in the middle are. That's an otter enclosure. That's cool. Yeah, look, the wolf building's at the back. Restroom there. Bear territory. Nice. Fingers crossed. Get otters. Yeah, if we got the otters, Keanu, in the next DLC, it'd be really interesting to try and fit them in somehow as well. But yeah, just I stumbled upon this and I thought, yeah, that's a bit of me. I really like that. So that's obviously the bear building, and that's the wolf building, but it's all one, which is fascinating to me. But yeah, just like, I think it might be cool, you know? And like I say, we'd do our own version of it. I don't think I would do it so it was so much a walk in, walk out. I would probably do it like a loop. So I would probably come in this way, come around and out that way. That's probably how I would do it, like more of a loop. We'd still have this bit here, and then the underground bit, we would just have stairs in the middle to go down into. You know, it explains it all as well. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So yeah, I might do that, gang. Might do that. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. Basically, that's my idea. So that's why I didn't start anything today, because I've got to mess around with all this terrain to get it ready to do it. Basically, so yeah, that's it. So Lexi, someone who knows the pains of the game, get ready to watch me stress out on stream and and build that basically. But yeah, it'll be fun. It will be fun. But gang, I think we're actually going to call the stream there. There's not really too much more I can do today. Like I was going to call it at 10 o'clock anyway, so I think I'm going to call the stream there. I've shared with you my inspiration for the next part. Otters, by the way, I don't know nothing for sure, but the rumour is that we get South American giant otter with the next DLC, so we might want to leave the space between the anteater and the Vista Cafe. Yeah, it is doable. Like you've said you've done it. Zekin's done it as well. He did a very good recreation, so it is possible. It's just I think it's going to be another build a bit like this. Get the path in first and build around the path. I think that's going to be the key to success. Is to do it that way, basically. I think. But yeah, Nightclive, I'm very aware of the rumours, buddy. I watched the video that was leaked on Frontier's website, which is on the Discord for anyone that's interested. But yes, my friends, I'm going to call it. Like I said, I've done detailing today, and it's just been fun to sit and chat with you guys, have a bit more of a chilled stream, to be honest with you, because usually they're quite hectic. I get so engrossed in the build that I neglect you guys from time to time. But yeah, I'm going to call it a stream. My friends, what I'm going to do is going to leave a few links in the description. All of those are the links to all of my socials. If you don't follow them yet, feel free to go follow them now. Be really, really important going forward, because it's going to be the easiest way to stay up to date. But the Discord in particular is just a great way for the community to stay up to date, get involved, share your stuff. Like Clive in particular shared a really, really cool a video with me this week that I watched, because it's going to be inspiration for when we get to our Australia part of the zoo. So yeah, you can basically just have a chat amongst yourselves, or you can leave messages for me to take a look at. Just a great way for us to keep in touch and communicate. Socials as well, like Twitter, if you want to just stay up to date with all my nattering and banter. And then the YouTube channel is important where this series is concerned, because obviously the two go together like peas and carrots, like Jenny and Forrest Gump. But my friends, I am off skis. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I want you to all do the same, and I will see you next time. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 till 8 p.m. UK time with Football Manager 21 as we start our journey with Dagenham and Redbridge. And then the next Planet Zoo stream that you can look forward to is on Thursday. We'll be live at 4 until 7 p.m, my friends. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you all on the next one, my friends.